Hello everyone, welcome to I Crave Optics, the YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jody Schuler, and all things optical here at I Crave Optics in Watertown, New York. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for taking the time to view my channel. I hope the information that we share today is of importance to you. If it is, please hit that like button. And if you're interested in future, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when future videos are released. I do attempt to release them on every Thursday at some point during the day. So, today's topic is insurance. What is it? What are some of the myths about it? And how do we get the most out of it? So the real big is the myths about insurance. What was health insurance originally designed to do? Well, plain and simply, it was designed to help you not lose your shirt, so to speak. As it mentioned in this one article I found, health insurance is a way to protect your future finances by paying a monthly investments to an insurance company when you need health care. So basically, you're buying a small amount of health care each month so that when you need it, you can use it. And it's not going to kill you with a major catastrophe such as a medical visit, a hospital stay rather, or something more catastrophic like a surgery or a long recovery injury of sorts. That's what health insurance was originally designed to do. In fact, one of the first employer-paid health insurances started in 1890 at a mining company in Washington. That company was interested in keeping his workers healthy, so he basically that company hired 2 doctors to provide health care to his workers, to keep them healthy and to keep them working. Let's face it, a healthy employee is a healthy workforce. So really, the main purpose of health insurance, was to help defer the costs of health care. It wasn't designed to pay for every little thing, like a routine visit to your doctor. Maybe you have a cough or a cold, or routine things like dental and vision and chiropractic care, and on the list goes of all the different avenues of health insurance and health care that have been devised over the last 50 or 60, well, probably 70 years now since the health insurance world has really started to grow. In fact, one of the first insurance companies was started in Texas under the name of Blue Shield, or Blue Cross, as we all know it quite well today. That plan helped pay for a $5 a day hospital stay. That's all it did. It didn't pay for anything else. And the teachers were the first to benefit from that plan. It's a very interesting topic. In this article, Blue Cross did not pay for doctor's visits, so that was something that they eventually added to. I apologize, I said earlier Blue Cross. Blue Shield was the first. No, I had that right. Blue Cross, rather, was the first. Blue Shield was the one that helped add that extra little advantage for doctor's visits and routine stuff that added to the cost of the plan. Of course, the more things you cover, the more things you're going to pay for. It's a pretty simple policy. Insurance companies are a business. That's something we have to remember. They're there to make money. And doesn't make them evil, that's a business. It's another avenue. They employ thousands of people and they make money. That's what it's designed to do. They're there to profit, not be a non-profit entity. They're there to make a profit, so their shareholders, their investors, and of course their employees can be paid. That's how it works. So insurance, though, was originally designed to just simply help with medical care, not routine additional doctor's visits. Those were things we just paid for out of pocket. I remember even when I was a young child, if we had a cold or we had a need to go to the dentist, we paid for those things. My dad and mom, we paid for those things. We went to the doctors, they told us what our bill was when we left. My dad wrote a check, and out the door we went. That's how it worked. That was in the 80s, not that long ago. But anyway, so we've seen over the decades various changes to insurance. I'm not going to get into all the details, but we're going to focus on vision insurance for now. So what is vision insurance? Because today when you go to your eye doctor, they'll ask you for both your vision insurance and your medical insurance. Why is that? Well, because sometimes a procedure that you have done at a doctor's office is not routine and therefore does not fall under your vision insurance. It falls under your medical insurance. Like perhaps a dry eye procedure, or you have glaucoma, or like myself, I'm a diabetic, so I have health visits during my routine eye exam, or in conjunction with my routine eye visit. So some things don't fall under routine, some things fall under medical. But the routine vision is where we're going to focus today. So what are some routine vision insurance companies? We're going to focus on three major vision players in this world are VSP, EyeMed, and Davis Vision or Spectera. They're kind of one and the same at this point in time. How do these companies work? Well, first, VSP, these three plans are also partnered with frame manufacturing companies. VSP owns Marchon Altair, which is a frame manufacturing company. And that frame manufacturing company then, of course, supplies the frames to those VSP providers, those VSP doctors and their optical stores. The VSP policy at current, you have to be an optometry-owned office to participate with it because they want strictly doctors to be members of the plan. Now that's been changed a little bit over the last few years. But it's focused on optometric offices only, not like me, an optical that's owned by an optician. I'm not sure why that is. I think it has something to do with the fact that doctors are too busy and they don't look at all the business sides of things. So they kind of, VSP likes to weave things around them. But anyway, we won't get into that detail either. But you see now VSP owning a frame manufacturing company, again, it's all about profits. So they can make frames, provide them to their doctor's offices at a very low cost, as opposed to doctors paying for frames and getting reimbursed for those frames. That their cost is much higher that way. The other side effect, if you have a VSP plan, that doctor is incentivized to sell those frames that are under the Marchon Altair umbrella. It's an interesting little working mix. Now we have the other side of the plan. We have EyeMed. EyeMed is owned by a frame manufacturing company. So we're back into that sharing of partnership. And recently, the company that they own has partnered with a lens company. So EyeMed is owned by a large company called Luxottica originally, and now Luxottica has partnered with another company called Essilor. And that partnership now provides frames and lenses to its EyeMed providers. So those are who you get to choose from. Now the last one that I mentioned, Davis and Spectera, Davis Vision was at one point owned by a frame manufacturer, and they also owned a small chain of stores. Whoops, back up for a second. EyeMed, owned by Luxottica, owns LensCrafters, Pearle Vision, Target Optical, BJ Wholesale Optical, and Sunglass Huts. Do you see the expanse of extras? Ben, we'll go forward again back to Davis and Spectera. Davis and Spectera, I don't know all the details on. I didn't get a chance to research it all. They were at one point owned by a frame manufacturing company, and they owned a small chain of stores known as VisionWorks. I don't know if they still have all ownership there. I know there's some other players in the background right now. VSP is looking at owning and buying VisionWorks. There's a whole lot of different things going on in the world today right now, and I can't keep track of it all. But how do these companies work? Well, basically, you go to a provider who's signed up to the agreed reimbursements through your plan. You go there, you get to choose from a narrow selection of frames. The optical store will fill the order, will write the order out and submit it to the insurance company's lab. They have contracts with their labs. And those glasses are made, again, at the lowest possible cost to produce the highest possible profits based upon what you have paid for your policy. That's how it works. And every policy is different, so I can't break them all down. And how do these companies profit the most? It's not by giving you glasses. Yes, you pay for the options on those glasses, but they have also lab costs and other things incurred. So when you pay for whatever extras that you get on your policy, you're paying the store, but the store doesn't keep the money. That money gets sent to the labs and to the insurance company that pays for the lab, it pays for the frame, it pays for all the extras, okay? So you think you're paying a lot of money to that doctor's office, but that doctor's office doesn't make that much money off of these policies. So how does it affect you? Well, these doctors aren't getting this reimbursement that we think they're getting. In fact, exam reimbursement on Davis Vision alone, one of the larger providers here, is around $45 for an exam, which simply means that doctor has to see more people per hour to make his vision center profitable. It's simple. It's a number of dollars and cents. He has staff, he or she has staff to pay for. They have buildings to pay for, as we discussed last week, and why glasses are so expensive. And they don't do that by doing it with $45 eye exams. They do that by getting more and more people in the chair throughout the day. So what does that mean to you? That means a hurried doctor, hurried staff, less time with anyone, so you don't really get what you need. And since the insurance company dictates what frames and what lenses they can provide you with, you have a very narrow selection, and you don't really get anything customized to your needs, because they're there to just provide the basic of the basics and the least cost denominator. Doesn't make them evil, it just means you're not getting what you really need. So how do you make the most of your plan? Well, one, you use it. Because the number one way that insurance companies make some of the highest profits is by unused plans. VSP, I did some research on them, and 80% of their profits comes from unused policies. I can't remember the dollar amount, but it was in the millions, will just suffice to say. So use your plan, but use your plan wisely, and do so through what's called an out-of-network reimbursement, where insurance then becomes a helper to your product cost. And go to a store that doesn't accept it, because stores that accept it are marking up their product based upon the loss associated with that insurance plan. For example, one of the more popular plans in this area, Davis Vision, has a 55% reimbursement rate on that frame allowance. So I know one of the plans at the hospital, it was $120 frame allowance. If you pick a frame that's outside of the narrow group of Davis Vision frames, that doctor is only going to get 55% of that $120 allowance. So roughly $70 is what they get back. So that doctor has to make up that loss, that $50 loss right there. And then of course they also give an extra 20% discount on any amount over that 120. So say you picked a $200 frame, that doctor's losing, has $80 difference, but he's losing $16 on that 20% discount, plus that 55% reimbursement, so he's losing 45% of that 120. Again, you can see the losses. So they have to see more people, they have to provide lower cost products to make anything profitable. So you would want to go, if you want something better than what your insurance provides, you want better vision, you want better lenses, you want to be able to see more comfortably, there are better products. They're not provided through your insurance company's lab. Perfect example, had a gentleman 2 weeks ago pick up his glasses, he put them on, and his vision area, his old glasses, literally his vision area could not move outside of a small sheet of paper. He could see this and that's it. If he moved his head a little bit, everything got blurry. With my lenses, his reading area went out to here. He could now comfortably read and scan a newspaper as opposed to a small book. He could also see a computer screen more comfortably. There are better designs. They're not provided through your insurance company because they cost more. However, I've also found ways to reduce my costs to provide you with as good of a product as possible without as high of a cost. And through out-of-network reimbursement, you're going to get $120, $150 back, again, further reducing your costs. Because if you do get extras through your insurance company, you're still going to pay for those. Progressive lenses, the no-line bifocal option, anti-reflective coatings, transition lenses, these things all add fees to your order. And if you purchase them out of network through a provider, they're going to charge you even more. So come to an out-of-network provider. We can give you a better product, a better lens, a better frame, better service, more time for you to really hone the needs of your vision. I can't tell you enough. Vision insurance is not there just to help you. They're there to make a buck. That's how they work. It's a business. It's not a mystery. That's what they're there for. Don't get mad at them for doing what we ask them to do. We ask them to provide us with cheaper glasses. They do it. Don't get mad at them. Don't kill the messenger just because they're doing what we ask them to do. Reduce your cost, go to an out-of-network provider, and get some of that money back. So, I just want to thank you for listening, enjoying this information. I tried to make it quick and concise. There's a lot of details to insurance. And if you have more questions, please feel free to shoot me a comment. You can stop in the store. Well, not during this pandemic. We are open, but we're open only for pickups, repairs, necessity things, not just stopping in shopping for glasses. We're hoping to be back to normal by the 7th of April, but we'll see how things go. We wish you the best. We wish you to stay safe during all of this. And if you enjoyed the information, like I said at the beginning, please subscribe, like, and even maybe share with a friend who might find it interesting as well. Thank you again, and I encourage you to, again, stay safe and always enjoy your vision. Thank you, and have a great day.